Hi Aries, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. So first card out, I do have a few things to say, but first card out we have the Tower in reversed. So some of you are finding some solid ground, which is dope. And the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords and the World. We're going to use these. So as we were entering Aries season, my brain was in your season, but my body was still in Pisces season. So just know that for some people, they're not going to be as on fire as you are because you've been waiting. You've been waiting for this moment. And now we're here. We're here in your season, and it's time for you to go. And it's time for you to clear the way so that life continues to open up for you, so that the world continues to open up for you. Because what you want to bring to the world, some of you, is this newfound energy, this newfound way of making money, this newfound idea that you're ready to just set fire. And if you listen to last month or the last couple months, it was about really seeing the way you do things and how you do things and moving in that way. And it's exciting. And it's a lot of energy, and there's a lot of fire, there's a lot of friction. It's like, it's time for spring, it's time to go, and you just want to move on it. And yet you still have to build it. It's still going to be in its building stages. But the great thing is that you're making the connections that you need to make. You're doing what you have to do. And you're learning. So whatever has or whoever has held you back in the past, you're learning so that fight, the way I want to put it, instead of running at it, you're not running at it anymore. The agility you have to go in between obstacles and to do your thing right now all depends on how quickly you're willing to take what you're learning and who you're learning it from and to move. So because you have solid ground now and it's your season, it's time to commit to that part of you that is both super playful and easy to do things, but also the part of you that has needed to combine that with the compassion, combine that with what you've learned emotionally about yourself, to not just run into the fire, but to take what you've learned and keep going. And it's going to bring you much farther and so much more abundance and so much in prosperity, really, ultimately. So it's communing that part of you that is super playful and is easy and carefree and the words and able to just go about your life while also learning from what has distracted you or disappointed you or taken emotional energy from you. It's very exciting and I love it for you. Yes. Another page. There's this youth that you have innately. And, some people say when you grow up, stop playing, you stop doing all this stuff you did as a kid. But really, I feel and I believe, and there's other people who believe this too, that play is a part of keeping that youth, keeping that energy going. And that's what you do for a lot of people. So the more that you're able to take the value of that and bring it to life, in your life mainly, and when you bring it to your life, you're bringing it to other people's lives, no matter no matter what. And that's where more of this Wheel of Fortune will keep turning for you. So in order to keep your blessings going instead of blocking them, it's important to have that youth with you and to trust that and to trust what you've learned and who you've learned from, regardless of how you've learned it. So this Ace of Swords in the world is clearing up and allowing these cycles to be shown to you. So when, as you create this new cycle, you can keep going and not get caught up in what has been or what has happened, and really focus on now. Because Aries is about also being present with what's happening now and really connecting with that. So instead of that ram, we have the union. Using that very powerful energy, the season of the self, the season of I am, the season of it's about me, and to really make it about who you really are now. Last season, I said to everyone, every sign, everyone, that it was really about for everyone to come to terms with this heavy cycles, whatever personally that you're going through. And for you, it's about not being afraid of your energy, not that you are, not that all of you are, but it's about harnessing your energy and that fire. There's not a lot of wands here, so I feel like you're the wand this month. And using that sword wisely and cutting things off that need to be cut off or cut out. Yeah. So, the Wheel of Fortune only stops when you allow it to. So it's going to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going this month, and you have to allow it to. The only way you hold that back is when you hold yourself back. So it's kind of like if you were embodying the Wheel of Fortune, do you want it to keep turning? It's just important to remind yourself of the lessons that you've learned and to use those lessons and to understand that when there's a contraction of something, so if you think about inhaling, the expansion comes after. So it's possible in the middle of the month, or excuse me, at the beginning of the month, this time that this is coming out, you have to see things clearly, and you're being given the sword to clear it out. So that this cycle that's opening up, it's like clearing the cobwebs. That's what last month was for, and now we're in this month. To really open up this portal that we talked about. Because here we have the world, the portal again. You're walking into this portal very aware of who you are and what your vision is. And it's all inside of you. And you want to get it out there. But there's still steps you have to take to build that. So instead of rushing, take a moment to take the steps that you have to take. And find that union. When your emotions or reactions want to take hold of you, for when good things and more positive things start to flow, some people call it tests, but I like to see it as an opportunity. That universe gives you an opportunity to keep moving forward and towards all of these blessings, all of the positive things going on in your life, or to move back. And it's not so much physically, it's internally, it's emotional, it's mental. So connecting with that part of you that is carefree and knows the value of that is really important. And to not allow anyone else to talk you out of that. Cool? Bottom of the deck, King of Wands. You. It's magnetic energy. Use it wisely. It's going to be so good. So good. Okay. So we'll look at the cards. I love you. Happy birthday. Information to work with me one-on-one below. And yeah, that's it. Hi, Aries. Okay. So it's like a fake tower moment. Like, it's just that when you decide to finally well, it's not that you decide to be this. You are very much able to confront things and do as you wish. But it all depends on what kind of Aries you are and where Aries is in your chart. And now it's just time. It's time to be really honest, not just to confront something just because you can, just because that's your vibe. No, it's that coming together, like we talked about, that conjoining of the part of you that is that other part of the warrior that is able to withstand and to cut things out because you know it's better for your life overall. Because if you look at the first row, this is the setup for your future. Like, the far future is all about the first row. The rest of it is all about the obstacles that you'll face this month, but that on the larger scale of things, that of which you will confront for years to come. Because our lessons come in cycles. That's a big part of astrology too, is that it's all cyclical. So the portal, like we talked about last month, this is about you entering this new, very, even extremely prosperous time, because the soils have been turned for you, and now you're ready to get very clear about how this is going to keep going for you, because this is about you, and this is about clearing the space of those who don't necessarily who can't stand your pace. So yeah, like we talked about, you, I think 2 months ago, understanding your pace, and not just your pace, but how you do things, like how you see, how to be able to see how you put things together and to see your process. That's the word I was looking for. So a part of this is understanding that there might be some people that you have been maybe tricked by, because they can move quick too, but it doesn't mean they can handle the agility, that they can't be a part of the obstacle. They are a part of the obstacle course. And again, like, the beauty about relationships is sometimes you just need to separate for a little while, or you just need to keep going and they'll catch up. Like, you can't, an Aries knows you can't always wait for someone, but because you love so hard and so strong, you want to push that person to go with you, and it's just not time to do that. It's time to have that strength and internally, but also have that play. That conjoining of those things together is really important, and not to, the way this will work very well is if you as long as you understand this, that whoever took from you, or whoever is trying to take, even just like take from you mentally, like, who, those are called in some term, like, it's not my favorite term, though it's the best way to describe it, people who are energy vampires, the people who want to suck the energy out of you and drain you, even if you're just thinking about them or wanting what you have. That's what you're understanding now, that yes, you can still have love for those people, but it's just time to cut it off, just like in a way that's not so harsh. It's just like, this is what it is, and find value in that part of you that is very young, that is very youthful, that has so much to explore and enjoy with this Wheel of Fortune turning for you. And this Wheel of Fortune gets you out of this place where you've been in your mind and not being able to move. Well, considering the state of the world, a lot of us aren't able to move, but now you are really able to move, but it's moving in this very dominant way that's not, like we talked about in the first part, it's not like you're just trampling over and setting fire to everything. You see a path and you're just clearing the path for yourself. And this can cause you to feel grievance, especially if it's for a male figure in your life. This moon that's coming up, the Aries new moon this month will be very powerful, which will be in a couple weeks. But this weekend, the Libra new moon, or Libra full moon, is going to show you where you've been holding on and where you have the opportunity to really connect with that part of you that is holding on when you need to be putting it into yourself and seeing how far you've come. And just taking that and going with it. It's all about, so Aries season is about ego in a sense, but it's how you use your ego that's important. We all have it. We all have an ego, and it's really important in this human world. So this reading is very much about you coming back to yourself and opening up the world for you, which in turn will open it up for others. So it's go time, baby. Happy birthday. I love you. The energy is incredible. And I'll see you next month. Oh, information to work with me one-on-one below. Okay, that's it.